Welcome to our first ever in the history of the world, our first Sunday Night Live. Let's give it up for Steph Gramling. You were out making money.
I was making money.
Probably.
And you were forgetting to.
I was probably trying to start a church.
Yeah, probably so. I can't remember for sure what you were doing, but it wasn't like anything. Like you could have gone to the bank and deposited the check.
What is that?
Iron Man.
Incorrect.
Jaws?
Tyler Gramling with Jaws.
I see it. I see it. You guys are producers. You know we're giving away a prize, and we don't have a drum roll?
I mean, we have...
All right. We are on episode number 2, and we are excited to have you. I got music in the background. You guys want to shut the... Hey, let me introduce you to my incredible producers over here. Yeah, they got that music shut off.
What's going on?
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
All right. I heard we had a drum roll for this one.
We do.
Let me hear that drum roll.
You hear that?
No, barely.
It's muted. That's probably why. That's probably why. We got a new sound guy.
No, I don't even hear.
No,
that.
I hear it.
Yeah, I hear it. All right. Like I said, we got incredible producers on the show. If you are a producer and looking for something to do, email me, troy@troygramling.com. Hey, we've got a live audience as well. Let me hear it from the live audience. If you'd like to be in the live audience, we'd love to have you. Just email me if you're in the area, of course. I don't think it's worth getting on a plane. What do you think? Y'all think it's worth getting on a plane to be in the live?
Absolutely.
I think so. Absolutely.
100%.
But email me at troy@troygramling.com. We would love to have you come and be a part of it. But we're glad you're here. We're going to spend the next few minutes kind of hanging out. We're going to talk a little bit later about relationships. We're going to talk about conflict. I've actually asked... She was such a big hit. Last time I asked my beloved wife to join me again. We're going to talk about how we deal with conflict and how well I do when it comes to this idea of conflict. But before we go any further, we have a segment where we look at Google Trends and get a pastor's reaction to Google Trends. Are you guys ready to see that? Now, hold it. We do have a jingle that we produced just for Google Trends. But let me ask my producers, what happened to that jingle?
It deleted somehow.
So, do you want the honest truth?
No,
or...
here's what I think we ought to do. Let me ask the studio audience. I think our producers ought to sing the jingle.
Yeah! I don't think there's a song that goes with it.
Well,
but I'll make one up right
okay,
now.
I'll make one up. Let's hear one.
Okay. Ready?
No.
Tea with PT.
That's not a song. Okay, now you got music. Here we go.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, go.
Hey, the greatest pastor on the record. Bro, you got to jump in. I need someone else.
Spitter circle is not my thing, man.
We need help. Let's go to T with Pastor T, you might say. And let's look at some of the Google Trends. We're going to go to topics because last time we didn't have a lot of luck. Let's go to health. Let's go to health. A disease outbreak of the bird flu. Now, some experts worry that California wildlife could be vulnerable to the avian. How do you say that word? Avian. How do you say that? Like bird.
Avian?
Avian. Flu.
Avatar?
Apocalypse. Sure. Have you ever noticed how the news is always negative? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not positive. Wow, that is... Well, I've never seen somebody give a chicken medicine. That's giving chicken medicine. It says an apocalyptic mass mortality event that has left thousands of sea lions and elephant seals dead on the beaches of South America is raising alarm among some California sea mammal experts. It's scary. I don't know how many, if you've ever been to to California, but one of the things that's really cool about California, here in South Florida, we don't have very many animals on the beach. Every once in a while, you see a little crab going backwards, or not a, what do you call the big,
Pelican.
no, the things that go in the water? Stingray. Sometimes there are some giant stingrays. I've never seen a shark, but if you go to California, they've got big sea lions, and that's pretty cool. All right, let's see what's next on the trend line. Let's go to business there, Mr. Producer Carson Lucas. Let's see what's going on in the business world. Let's see, carbon dioxide. Let's just keep going. All right, let's go down to number 6, facial recognition system. That sounds interesting. Vending machine error reveals secret face image database of college students.
Oh, that's terrifying.
That's interesting.
It'd be worse if it sent it to their parents, telling them what they were eating. Canada-based University of Waterloo is racing to remove M&M branded smart vending machines from the campus after outraged students discovered the machines were covertly collecting facial recognition data without their consent. Wow, so when you bought M&Ms, they were collecting your image.
And for what reason do you think?
I don't. You know, the conspiracy theory. You know, the Illuminati are involved in some way. I don't know exactly how, but they are. All right, let's go back to one last one. Let's go up to, let's see what other topic. We did business, and let's do entertainment. This one can get a little risky. The Independent Spirit Award, nah. Star Trek, nah. Let's keep going. Sylvester Stallone, let's go. Expendables, let's go there. I like Sylvester Stallone warns never to do your own stunts after 7th back surgery.
Goodness.
Wow. Let's see what it says. Does it say anything? Oh, it's a video. Go back up there. It's a video. Let's see what Sylvester has to say.
Cops is back on Fox Nation, the only place to watch new episodes.
Have you watched Cops?
I have.
Jail today?
Cops, new episode Friday on Fox Nation.
All right, Sylvester.
There are certain conundrums, issues, problems, journeys, challenges that everybody from every country, every culture has to face. And they may be somewhat different, but they usually deal with the same kind of, I just want to achieve something. Like I want people to be proud of me. I want to raise a family. I want to support my daughter. It's this kind of fear.
All right, I think Sylvester Stallone is taking some of his medicine. He doesn't seem to really be saying. He doesn't seem to be saying anything of interest there. I do want to tell you guys, if you're watching, it's hard to believe, but Easter is just around the corner. You can see we've got some really cool cards, and we also have digital versions. Good Friday's March 29th, and you can always attend one of our campuses, but you can also go to our online campus. And I want to invite you to start inviting people. On that Friday, we're going to experience communion, even if you are on the other side of the world and you're a part of our community, because at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build a community and talk about life and just have some fun. But on the 29th, we'll be doing communion. Our online host can give you some information. So again, if you would like to be one of our online ambassadors, you know, somebody who's going to help spread the word that this year at Easter 2024 at Potential Church, we're going to imagine. Just imagine. And then, of course, on Sunday, we have, or Saturday, we have 5 o'clock, and then on Sunday, 8:30, 10:30, and 12:30. And we need some ambassadors. We need some folks who will be willing to spread the word. Spread the word. All right. Well, what do we got going on in the chat? Let me ask you a question for those of you who are in the chat. Lots of emojis in the chat. All right. Lots of emojis in the chat. I can see both YouTube and Rumble, but I got a question. All right. What is the most interesting, craziest, weirdest weather experience you've ever had? So let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a flood? Have you ever been in a blizzard? Have you been in a hurricane? All right. So what's the craziest weather experience that you have been in? Courtney says Florida weather, right? Let's be more specific, Courtney, than just Florida weather, all right? I can tell you that Let's see. We've experienced, I've been in a flood. I've been in about 3 floods that we had to leave our house. That was when I was in Arkansas. I've been in a tornado. I've been in hurricanes. I've been in a blizzard, 2 blizzards. We live in South Florida, but we've been in 2 blizzards, haven't we? We've been in a blizzard in New York and in Colorado. So and
we missed our flight for that blizzard in Colorado.
That's right, we did. I was quite stressed about that. I thought we were going to run out of gas and be stranded, and I had a family to take care of.
You worry? I don't believe it.
I know it's rare. I mean, because I'm a man of faith. But anyways, we got a live shot from Dane. Is that live right now?
That is right now.
Wow, look at all those people.
Do you think they all went to church today?
I was just getting ready to say, none of those folks were at church. None of those folks were at church. And they're not online either.
No, they're not.
And it's not like they're doing something important. They're just standing.
I almost wish we could send a message to them right now.
Look at all those cars.
It is. It's popping. It looks very pretty today.
I guess it's like spring. Was a beautiful day. I don't know where you can tell us what the weather is where you're located. Ice storm. Yes, we've been in a few ice storms too. Those are beautiful, but they're also scary because they knock out all the power lines. So, yeah, that's a hailstorm, Leslie. That's I don't guess we've been in. I mean, I've seen hail, but I wouldn't say a hailstorm. Like, how many of you have like ever had a dented car? You know what I mean? Where you got all those little little round circles in your car. Courtney has. That looks like an insurance nightmare for sure. All right. Hey, I want to tell you about something that we're not going to be doing in today's episode, but we are going to be doing in the real near future, and it's what we call Pastor's Playground. Roll it, guys.
Here's the quick thing.
Don't tell me we don't have that one either.
It deleted all of the videos.
clips.
Unfortunately, we do not have Pastors in the Playground at the moment either. What we do have is you do a podcast.
Oh my gosh, this is pathetic. We need, hey, Troy at troygramling.com.
Yeah, that's what makes love.
All right. Oh, okay. You cut me off. Let's see. Let's this is our very first podcast, by the way. Let's go back there. And then when we come back, my beloved wife is going to join me and we're going to talk about relationships.
Invincible.
Right.
Is when you really work through what some of the issues might be.
Yeah.
The second one the Huffington Post had was love gives you incredible inspiration. And I think that is a lot of that, motivation. Seems like you're motivated, inspired. A lot of artists are inspired by relationships.
Did you hit pause on purpose?
That was the end of the video.
All right. So come on up, Steph, and join me here on the Unpredictable, Unprepared podcast, Sunday night.
Live show.
You look mad. You know what? I think I'm used.
I wasn't mad.
I think I'm used to that look. I've experienced
it, I'm sure.
I've experienced that look. All right. Hey, this is what we're going to talk about. 2 things. All right. Last time we talked a little bit about money. If you guys are in the chat now, if you got a question, okay, now's the time to put it in the chat. Any kind of relationship question. We don't know all the answers, of course, but we'll tell you what we've experienced over how many years we've been married.
35 in July 15th.
Wow.
35 years.
That's hard to believe.
It is hard to believe.
You're still such a beautiful woman after 35 years. We got married when you were 20.
Yes, I was a baby.
Hey, if you are married, let us know how old you were when you got married. How old were you when you
I
got
was 20 and you were 22.
22?
Seems so young.
How long did we date?
We dated from the time we first started dating until we got married, it was right at a year.
Yeah. How did we meet? Do you remember?
I do. You got stranded on the side of the road.
Oh.
Your car just happened to break down as I was driving by. It was just a coincidence.
That
yeah.
is actually true. I was actually driving my brother's vehicle.
Yeah, you were.
It's a big old orange Jeep, kind of like my sweatshirt today. And it wouldn't start.
So you had to pull over to the side of the road. And Mitzi, my sister, and I were driving by. and we pulled over and gave you a ride to your house. That was the first time we knew of each other, but that was the first time we actually met. Like,
Right.
I think, like, in person.
Right. You had heard of me?
I'd heard of you.
What-
Yeah,
what-
of course. Everybody knew about the Gramling boys and Paragold.
That's right. A small town.
Yeah, big basketball players. And yeah.
I was the old one. And you were the beauty queen. So
Long time
here's what I
ago.
thought. I thought we'd take a few minutes. If somebody's got some questions there, and our producers can help us on the ones that we can't see.
Yeah.
But before we answer any of those questions, let me ask you a question. So we dated, we went out. Well, actually, we went out and then we continued to go out. What was it that you found so attractive about me?
Too many things to talk about. No, your good looks, of course.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course.
I think your humility, your authenticity, just real honesty, and I think your desire to succeed, your drive, and I think your love for people and desire to see them become reach their full potential. I think those are some of the things that attracted me to you, even early on, all those years ago.
Yeah. Lots of ups and, downs as
Yeah.
far as those challenges along the way. I think, of course, you were a beauty pageant winner. So, that was, I felt very blessed to be able to go out with you. But you're very committed. When you decide to do something, you do it, and you do it like with all of your might.
Yeah. Kind of a little bit obsessive, maybe.
But it's inspiring, and again, that's 35 years ago, and you're still, when you decide, now sometimes you're a little slow about deciding,
Yeah.
to do
Jumping
something,
in.
but whether it's to go to the gym or now you're doing all this investing and stuff, and you just put in a ton of effort and energy, and, you were a studier in school, you were
Yeah.
Bell or SLU, or I don't know really what the difference is.
Yeah.
And at school.
Yeah.
So you were, which is the
At the
result.
top, yeah.
At the hard work and study. And, I think that's always attractive, but it's challenging too. It can be a little bit intimidating. You were a manager even at the time we started. I mean,
Yeah.
you were just 20, but you
Clothing
were a
store.
manager. Yeah. At Tempo.
Going to school full time and pretty much working full time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were busy, but you were succeeding. So I felt blessed to get to be a part.
There is a question in
All right.
chat from Leslie Phillips. She says, Pastor Steph, what is your favorite anniversary memory?
My favorite anniversary memory. There's been a lot of great anniversary memories. I think probably my favorite one was, I think it was our 20-year anniversary, and we took a cruise to Alaska. And that was a really, really good trip.
Yeah.
Very memorable and, something different than we had ever done before. So I think that's probably one of the top ones.
I recommend that. I recommend anybody that,
yeah.
if you haven't
was
ever
amazing.
been to Alaska, and cruise is the best way to do it because it's probably the
is.
cheapest way to do it.
Yeah, and we had done several cruises, but we always did like the beach ones, which it's kind of ironic because living here in South Florida. But so we decided to do the Alaskan one, and that was really beautiful and just I don't know, it's kind of hard to put into words just how just serene and peaceful
And Steph's
was
more
beautiful.
adventurous than me. I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't want to. I just like, let's get on the boat, let's do our thing.
stay on the boat and.
Steph's like, oh, let's get in a helicopter and let's go up on the glacier.
And you
and-
got to admit that was pretty amazing.
Is that where we did dog
we
sledding?
did? We did. We did a helicopter tour.
Yeah,
over the
hold on. Let me tell you what
glaciers.
happened on the helicopter. We get up in the helicopter, and there are 4 of us plus the pilot. and we're flying along, and the guy looks at his wife, or his wife looked at him, I can't remember, but said, this is the first time he's been on a helicopter since Vietnam.
Yeah. That was a little scary.
Oh my gosh.
We looked at each other and we're like, maybe we should get off of this plane.
yes,
Well, I think she even went on and said, I hope he responds okay. And we're like, oh shoot, what does
This
this
is like
mean?
we're already in the air.
He was flying?
No, but he.
No, no, he was
he was
one of the passengers.
Yes.
There were 4 of us, so
Gotcha.
that was a little bit freaky, but it was beautiful. So we did a helicopter tour over the glaciers, and then we landed on top of a glacier and went dog sledding, and that was, you got to admit, that was a lot.
No,
of fun.
I mean, I always enjoy it once we get there. I just don't want to do it.
So this is actually perfect. There is a question in chat from Sab Gobin, who asked, what is the most adventurous thing you have ever done in your marriage?
What do you think? I mean, I'm not very, and I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to change the world,
Yeah.
but I want to do it from a safe
Right,
place.
from a safe place. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it would be maybe some of the things like that we've done.
No, I mean, we have I've done adventurous things without you. I've climbed a mountain in
Yeah.
Colorado, and
Yeah.
I white water rafted down the
Yeah.
Colorado River. So I've done some of those things, but together, I mean, we've rafted, but
Yeah.
it's easy rafts. We went canoeing you remember our canoeing trip, Carson?
I do.
And Jess.
I do.
Jess?
Jess.
Where is Jess?
She's back there.
Yeah, Jess got her canoe trapped.
Yeah. We thought we were going to lose Jess that day.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I don't, and we went on a helicopter ride in Las Vegas.
We did over the Grand Canyon.
So,
Yeah.
but other than that, we're not big hikers. I mean, we've hiked.
We've hiked a little bit. Yeah.
But our biggest adventure is let's go to the spa.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I do think, I think back to something else that comes to mind is when we, actually the kids were young and we went to Peru and we went to Iquitos.
That's true. Oh, yes.
And went to the jungle.
Oh, yes.
Carson, I'm sure you remember that.
I do.
And we rode this boat down the
Amazon
river there,
River.
the Amazon River, and got out at different spots and different tribes, and
Yep.
that was
Lots of naked people. Lots
there
of naked
was.
people.
That was quite interesting. Yeah, and we also on that trip we
I wish, you know what? We should dig up those pictures.
Yeah.
Not of the naked people.
show them on the weekend.
yeah.
But,
We
they
can
put.
laugh about it now, but it was a little. But then that same trip, we also did this there was this zoo. You remember that, Carson, in the jungle there?
Uh-huh.
That and they had an anaconda and right.
Yeah.
And they have
Monkeys.
monkeys.
And you held them.
You
It
held
wasn't,
them.
just there. You held them.
And I'm like,
We were terrible
were-
parents,
yeah.
is what we were. We took
We were.
Bailey was 2 or 3. We take her
Yeah.
to the middle of the Amazon jungle
we got
amongst
pictures. Yeah.
amongst
All
the
these
natives
wild
and wild
animals.
animals.
And we believed what they said. Like with the anaconda, I think they said the cigarette smoke, the
Cigar
smoke, kind of put it to sleep or something. So, and so she's got this big anaconda around her neck, and we believed them.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I wouldn't recommend that.
Yes,
as
but-
parents,
but we did it.
but that was pretty adventurous.
Yes, it was. So we've done a few adventurous things there. How about you guys? Don't forget, if you got any questions, be sure and leave them, because our ultimate goal is to be able to chat, right? Our goal is to build community, is for this to be a place to hang out and get to know one another and, eventually do some things. But that really is our goal. So if you're out there and, don't be afraid to jump in the chat room, whether it's on Rumble or YouTube. All right. The last question here is I was thinking, how have we dealt with conflict? Because everybody has conflict, disagreements. And so how have we dealt with that over the years? Or let me ask you this. From your perspective, how do I deal with conflict?
Quickly. Yeah, I think, learning for me early on was that you do have to deal with conflict quickly. You know, you don't want to let it sit there, and because then it becomes bigger and bigger, and this, you know, this wall kind of is put up between you and the relationship. But you know, I know you pushed me on that because you're the type, you know, you want to deal with things quickly. Where I'm more, you know, I wanted to withdraw. And I guess in a sense, kind of sweep it under the rug. You know, I don't like conflict. You know, I think over the years I've gotten better at handling conflict, but
Because you're the middle child.
I'm the middle child, so I'm the peacemaker. I want everything to be good and, you know, everybody to be happy. And but that's something I've had to learn, you know, along the way, is that you do need to deal with conflict quickly and not let it sit there and, you know, fester and grow and, you know, but to deal with it quickly. And, you know, and it's not about, you know, winning the argument or who's right or who's wrong, but it's, you know, it's really about getting to the issue, you know, resolving the conflict. So I think, you know, for me, that's what I've had to learn.
Yeah, and you have to deal with perception because that is reality.
Right,
you
right.
know, it's easy to argue. We can spend a lot of time
Yeah.
arguing about,
Yeah.
you know, who's right and who's wrong, as
Right.
opposed to, if you think I'm wrong, it really doesn't matter if I think I'm right.
Yeah.
You know, I got to deal with that, and the same goes, you know, from your perspective, and so yeah, you have to deal with it. One of the things that you're real good at doing that I'm not so good at, and I think it's because you don't like conflict, is the timing
Yeah.
of conflict. You know, not whether it's in our relationship or relationship with the kids as well. What goes through your mind? Like, if you know you're gonna have to challenge me or bring something up that you know, I
That
might
you're
be,
not gonna
I might be emotional about.
respond.
Yes. What goes through your mind? How do you prepare for that?
Yeah, I mean, I think through the timing part, because I think that's big. You know, when you're dealing with conflict, or you know, you have to challenge about something, or so I always think through the timing of it. You know, I know, like for us, you know, of course, you know, ministry on the weekend, and so you know, I'm not gonna bring something up to you, or I'm gonna try not to. You know, when we get home from church on Sunday, or you know, if you're studying, you know, I'm gonna try to think through, you know, when is, you know, not that it's ever a great time, you know, to have to bring up those things, but when is the best time,
Right.
you know, when we can both be, you know, engaged and not have, you know, 100 million different things on our mind, but really thinking through the timing of it, because I think, you know, I think that's important.
Yeah. No, you do a great job at that. Again, that's not my greatest gift. I'm getting
Yeah.
better. I'm trying
But
to.
it's because you want to deal with it right there in the
Yes.
it's hard for you to wait on that. It's like if there's a problem, there's an issue.
Speaking
like
of right there in the moment, I have a couple rapid fire questions. All right.
okay.
And by that, I mean 2 rapid fire questions. Okay. So, first one, Pastor Troy, have you ever forgotten? This is from Diego. Pastor Troy, have you ever forgotten an anniversary? If so, how did Pastor Stephanie react?
No, Diego. No.
And I will verify that
Yeah.
he hasn't
I don't-
ever.
Birthdays, anniversaries.
You're very good at that.
Next question from Pastor Danny Fernandez. How was the Celtic game recording over the wedding tape handled?
Pastor Danny's got to bring that up.
Yeah, see?
After all these years, that's still a
Yes.
little bit of a sore subject.
Not to me.
No. I'll tell you, in the beginning, I didn't handle it very well at all. Like, I could not believe that you would have taped a basketball game over our only wedding video.
I know it. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, and I'm sure like there was a label or something. Like I'm sure that it had something on there saying that it was our wedding video.
It's probably in your uncle's handwriting.
The craziest thing to me about that story is thinking of the fact that you had to record through a tape. Like you had to put in the
Right.
tape
Yeah.
to record something.
Yes.
Is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
VHS.
Yep.
I remember VHS, but I wasn't, when I watched VHS, DVD was out. Like, so you would do burner CDs or whatever to record. Like, you wouldn't use a VHS to record.
Yeah.
But y'all are a little older than
You
I.
had to put tape over the little end, like
Yeah.
you used to do that on cassette too. But you had to put tape over it, and evidently I put tape over it and recorded Larry Bird and Dominic Wilkins.
Yep.
It was a good game.
But
All right.
you did tell me it was like an amazing game. So
It
like
was
that
a
was
good-
going to make
yes.
everything okay.
There's a lot of points. My man Larry Bird did good. Dominic Wilkins was awesome. So,
Yeah.
Hey, before you go, we're going to play a quick game here, all right? And we're going to see if those of you in the audience can play along with us and see who can win. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some images of some celebrities on the screen, and here's what you have to type in the chat, okay? And can one of the folks from our studio audience move that TV just a little bit closer? I have my contacts in. I can't. I can see up close, but my contacts keep me from seeing at a distance. So we're going to put the picture up, and then what I want you to put in the chat is I want you to put on what movie or TV show these couples met on either a movie or a TV show. That's good. And on a movie or TV show, what was it? All right. So the first one, of course, is right there in front of you. What did they meet on? Which movie and which TV show?
I think I know this one.
I know the people. I just don't know what
Yes.
I don't know.
what show they met on.
I believe I know this one.
Uh-huh. All right, let's go to the next one. We'll come back to that one. Let's go to the next one. See if you can get it right. Ben Affleck.
Affleck.
Jennifer Garner.
Affleck.
Yes. Which one did they meet on?
And there is, as a reminder, there is a delay on stream. So
Okay.
just to give them a little bit of credit.
Ben Affleck and Jennifer Gardner met on the set of, it's 2 words. It was 2001.
I think I know this one.
They met on Pearl Harbor, but they fell in love on a different movie in 2002. Ben Affleck was blind in this movie.
Is this 2 words?
Well,
I think it's one word.
well, Pearl Harbor's 2 words.
I want to recount.
Pearl Harbor's 2 words. Yes, Pastor Danny Fernandez. It's not the Green Lantern. It is Daredevil.
I think they're saying Green Lantern for
Oh,
yeah,
for the first
Ryan Reynolds and Blake
Oh,
Lively.
okay. All right. Okay. That's okay. Way to go. Way to go. Amber and Carly. All right. Let's go to the next one. Who's the next one here? All right. I got to find him on my. Daniel Craig and Rachel. How do you say that name? Wees? They first met in 1994. But
Before I was born.
hold it, but they fell in love in 2010.
Okay, I know the movie then.
This is 2 words. Has anybody got it?
I don't think
No.
so.
And
Well,
it's, again,
There's
delay.
a delay,
Yeah.
so we got to give them a little bit of time.
Oh.
No, that's not right.
Oh, that's not it.
That is not it. That is not it.
I thought that was it.
No.
So I don't
Well,
know
there's
either.
there's a lot saying that.
Yeah, that's because Daniel Craig is in, he's James Bond.
There's some fighting going on in our audience.
Studio.
Audience.
Right
Hey,
here.
I need some security here
Off camera.
We need security in the.
in the audience.
Studio.
All right, it's Dream House. Dream House.
Dream House, of
Nobody-
course.
We all knew that.
Put up the next one. Oh, everybody knows this one.
Yeah.
Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens. What TV show or movie did they meet on?
Zac Efron, fun fact, just recently had work done on his face.
Oh.
Jawline, right?
He looks quite odd right now.
Everybody got that one right.
Yeah.
The High School Musical. All right, let's go to the next one.
Pastor Tyler did spell it wrong, spelled school wrong. So just going to throw that out there.
Let's go to the next one. Oh, is that the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next one on my list.
Oh, okay. So we got Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. What did they meet on? Let's see if anybody get it.
There's still some arguments going
Some
on.
arguments. Actually, Maddie,
actually, Maddie, you were correct. They stayed in love through all of the. They did not break up until after High School Musical was in the past, according to this article. I mean, I don't keep up with Zac Efron, but Hitch is not right. Let's go back further. Yes, Barbara. Is it Barbara 2001? You got it right. You are the winner. All right. Do we have any more? I think we got a couple more, right?
That we do.
Let's go to the next one. Ah, Tommy Cruise. What did they?
I think I know this one. Can I ask for a hint? Not with the name, but with who she played.
Okay.
Did she play a crazy woman?
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. So you said yes. I can't ask you a question, but you've never seen the movie.
No, I've never seen the movie. All right. Let's see if anybody gets that. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
Jess's favorite ice cream flavor.
Nicole Kidman?
That's not going to make any sense if it's not the movie I think it is.
I don't know. They split up. Does anybody get Eyes Wide Shut's a good guess, but that's not right. He was a race car driver, Giselle. Of course, Giselle's got the answers right there.
Is that called cheating?
It's not Cohen. Good try, Cohen. Far and away. Good try. Days of Thunder.
Oh,
Francine. Way to
Francine.
go. Days of Thunder. Amber. Days of Thunder. Danny. Danny, did you get that, Pastor Danny, before it was read out loud?
Now, really quick, just because what I said made no sense when I said it's Jess's favorite ice cream flavor, I thought Vanilla Sky was the movie that they had met on. So I'm going to sound like an idiot, so I just want to clarify
I
that.
thought maybe Days of Thunder was one of the Baskin-Robbins 31 flavors. I think we have one more.
Yes, we do.
Blake Shelton.
yeah.
What did they meet on? Oh, my. What could it be? No, it's a movie or TV show.
Yeah.
Now, again, I just want you to know we are not saying that all these relationships.
You're not, you're not co-signing all these.
No, because some of them were married when they got together. The Voice.
Yeah.
That is correct. I'm scared to guess. All right. It is The Voice. Well, did you get any right?
No, not well. I got that one. I knew that one. That's the one I knew.
That's the one you knew.
That's the one I knew.
Well, guys, hey, we're getting ready to go on a little trip.
We are.
Going to celebrate your birthday.
And your birthday.
Actually, we're going to work.
Yeah.
But work is fun.
It is. You're going to work. I'm not going to work.
That was awkward.
That was an awkward moment, wasn't it?
Yes.
Hey, guys, we are here every Sunday night at 6 o'clock. And again, we're just trying to have some fun. We're talking about how to live out our faith, right? Our faith is not just scriptures, it's applying those scriptures and living them out in our marriages and our finances. And this is the last week of relationships. Not saying we'll never talk about relationships again, but next week we're starting a new series on the weekend, and then we kind of let that guide our conversation here on Sunday Night Live. Now, I want to encourage you, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that, because it really does make a difference. And then if you click the little icon, I don't know if it's a bell on both Rumble and YouTube, but then when we go live, because you never know, we might do on the road live.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So, and you won't know if you don't click the bell or whatever it is, so that it'll say, hey, you got a notification. Troy and Steph are going live.
Well, and especially I figure since In the Studio Live has been so good, without fault, without any fails. On the road live could only be better.
Yeah.
What happens if we do better without producers?
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe we'll just stay on the road.
So, anyways, be sure and do that, and then share. If you haven't checked out our podcast, we talked to a bunch of interesting people from every walk of life. I mean, we've talked to professional athletes. We've talked to what do you call it? Chefs, bakery chefs, or not bakery, dessert. No, what do you call those things?
Pastry chef?
Pastry
Pastry,
chef.
that's it,
That is
pastry.
exactly right. We've talked to architects. We've talked to
producer comes
jewelers.
through.
Yes, saved his job. Way to go, producer. But we have a lot of fun talking to some people about how to do life and how to win at life. And because I really think that if we're going to reach our potential, the best way to do that is to learn from the people around us. And, they don't all have to be famous or influencers in order to influence us in a positive way. And then every Sunday morning at 11:30, we have what we call the broadcast, which is our teaching. But the first 2 or 3 minutes before the teaching, we always go live. And the reason we do is our goal is to build community. We want this to be a channel where you can hang out, where we can get to know one another, and that together we can reach our potential, and in doing so, glorify our God. We love you guys, and we're thankful that you gave us some time today. I pray that you have an incredible week wherever you might find yourself here in this world, and we will see you either on the podcast, the broadcast, here on Sunday Night Live, or somewhere in between on one of the other social platforms. God bless, and we'll see you next week.